It is day 13 at the Diddler trial. We are on day 13, everyone. And again, it seems like it's been a long time, but it hasn't. It's just been so much information and so many jaw-dropping moments that it's like, oh my goodness, back to back to back to back. You have no time to blink at all. But baby, today, it was a win for Diddy. First of all, how are y'all doing? Diddy's doing good because it was a win for him today. The cross-examination did not go well. Brian ate Mia up on the stand today at cross-examination. How did this happen? I don't understand. He was hammering and hammering and hammering. Now, from what the content creators have told me, Tisa told me that Brian was brutal. These are my words. I'm teaching, these are my words. But Brian was brutal. He was so nasty, such an asshole. I mean, that is what Diddy hired him for. So he did do his job. He got paid. He did show up for work today. But how he went about it was just absolutely just disgusting. Because Mia, who we seen or heard coming in disheveled, very timid, very to herself, trying to hide her face like she's still ashamed and just, just ashamed and doesn't want anything to do with this. But she is here because she had a moral obligation. And I guess Brian felt he had a immoral obligation to go in on this poor woman. Now, I tried to watch Armand Wiggins. Shout out to Armand. But when he got to talking, I guess Brian still did what he needed to do, because the way Armand was talking was like, kind of making fun of Mia. And so I couldn't get behind that, so I didn't watch that episode, that video. But y'all know Armand be bringing it. Honey, he be bringing it. But anyways, the thing was, every time that he asked her a question, she didn't know what to say. And we can't figure out, why didn't she just say, because I was weak, because I was SA, because it was Diddy. It could have been so easy for her to say that, but she could not find the words. And you got to understand, this is her first time, well, actually second time since she had to tell the lawyers, but her first time really being questioned, and sitting in front of a group of people, including her AB user and her assaulter, her ex-boss who did all of this. She's reliving it all when she sees this man. However, I don't even think she even looked up to see him. It's like she's trying not even to see, but nothing was in front of her. She's looking down the whole time. She's barely even looking at Brian or the prosecution as they're asking her questions. But he definitely had a win on her today. Now, she still has, the prosecution still has the redirect to do, but Brian went in. So I'm just going to read from my notes that I got from Tisa, and we're going to be quick with this today because he was just an asshole, and he went through everything really that she said yesterday, trying to discredit her. So here we go. Mia talked about how she witnessed Cassie getting beat several times. She mentions a time where they were at a Prince party. Now, everyone keeps talking about how there was this audio played of Prince and him saying whatever that they're saying. That is not true. There was never any audio of Prince. Now, we're talking about Prince. Prince was named, but there was no audio. That is from the content creators who are trying to get clicks and views. They're lying to you. That did not happen. However, she did mention a party at Prince's and how Diddy was coming after her and Cassie, I believe, that same day. Her and Cassie were at the same party. And she saw Cassie get hit, beat, whatever Diddy did, and she felt that she was next. And she ran, like she ran. She's a runner, she's a track star, honey. And Prince's security said, that's not happening. We ain't doing that here. This is a no-go. Prince's security, not Diddy's security, Prince's security. Shout out to Prince's security. Who were they back then? Because they saved this woman's life. Because it could have went completely different. Diddy was a monster, is a monster. Okay, like I said, Brian Steele is tearing apart Mia like it's nobody's business. She's struggling to find a response. She talks about a time where Kim came to rescue her from hiding in a closet. Now, was that the closet incident of the essay number 3? Not sure. Sounds like a completely different situation in the closet at a different time, different place. But she recalls the time that Kim came and helped her out of the closet. And it's just like, how does Diddy have the time? Really? When do you wash your ass? When do you eat? When do you think about the next victim? When do you think about the next disgusting, robust thing you're going to do? Like, how do you have the time? Is that why he always had an entourage? There was always someone there to do something for him while he just ran amok and was the monster that he is. The defense also talked about how the fact that they wanted extra time with Diddy, they wanted more time in the morning and at night with him. I guess they're given like 300 minutes, and they're talking about how they only use 47. Like, what do you need more for? Use up the rest of your minutes. The thing is, Diddy is sick of being in that cell, and he wants as much time out the cell as he possibly can. I get it. I understand that. But, dude, you are where you are. Stay where you at. Stay where you at. Stay where you at. It's where you gonna be. Get used to it, honey. Get used to. Lick it up, baby. Lick it up. What movie is that from? If you know, you my people, say it in the comments. And you know what? As I'm listening to Tisa tell me all this, I'm like, Mark needs to be locked up too. Because, you know, he is Diddy's main puppet. But I really wish he was the one who cross-examined Mia, because Mark don't really be knowing what he be doing. But Brian, he is on it. I mean, Diddy is definitely getting his money worth with Brian, at least. I don't know what he can say for Mark, but no. I mean, even Xavier, the guy Xavier on the team, he get his money worth from him too. I don't even understand. I feel like he only has Mark there is because Mark will do whatever he tells him to do. What the other ones won't do, he will. What he don't think the other ones will do that he don't think he can tell them to do, Mark will. Mark is a dirty dog, and he has proven that, and he needs to be, and I feel like he needs to be investigated. I mean, everyone on Diddy's team should be investigated after this, because who knows what shady shit he had them doing and going on. It's all corrupt. I mean, then you got Brian Steele, who just got Young Thug off, but he was in the room with the corrupt county, Clark County, whoever the county was that was so corrupt that was trying Young Thug, and that's really why he got off. Let's be real. So Mark also wanted to put into exhibit this binder of like 20 pictures, and this binder was pictures and texts and all of this posts from Mia's personal account, where she's shouting out Diddy for his birthday and saying, you know, this is that and the third, the best boss ever, happy birthday, thank you this, thank you that, you know. And I wish you could have said that, like, these were the type of things that were expected from the employees. I mean, how could you be, you know, working for someone, everyone else is wishing them a happy this and a happy that, and you're the only one that not? No, you're probably going to get a knock on your door at 4 o'clock in the morning to talk about, you better do me a post right now. You better show that you appreciate me. You know, Diddy is a monster. I could see it happening. Speaking of which, there was a time where he wanted tags on Cassie. They were out in South Africa, Cape Cod, whatever that is, and Cape Town, whatever, one of those capes. You know, this is a geography or a history lesson right here. But they were out of the country, and Cassie was working on a video or a movie, I believe, and he wanted eyes and ears on Cassie while he went and did who knows what. But he wanted Mia to fly down there to keep eyes and ears on her. Now, there's just a situation, so she was ignoring him. She needed time to breathe. This man is a maniac. So he had called her 48 times. 48 times. 48 times. Back to back to back to back. Texting, where are you? Call me back. Just blowing up her phone. So I finally, at some point, she answered. She's like, oh, I was asleep, And she could have been. Like, you got to be tired working for him. The first 5 days that she worked for him, she didn't get no sleep. Or was that Capricorn? You can't even figure it out anymore. They were all not getting sleep. Diddy wasn't sleeping. You couldn't either, I guess, it seems like. If he up, you got to be up too. This man, oh my goodness. But anyway, he wanted to bring this exhibit in early than I guess was expected. And the judge was very accommodating. And the judge seems to be very accommodating to the defense. More than a judge usually would be accommodating to a defense. It's a little bit like, what are you doing, judge? I mean, I trust you, but what are you doing? I'm asking. What are you doing? Why are you being so nice? I mean, it doesn't matter. Hopefully, it doesn't matter. I mean, he's going down anyway. Speaking of which, yes, Trump actually did tease and talk about the fact that he may possibly be, if possible needed, if he's treated unfairly, may pardon Diddy. Trump went to the hood yesterday and started giving out pardons and shit. Some pardons weren't even necessary because some were already being released. He just made the release earlier for some, I guess. But it's all a tactic. He's trying to rename what is really considered a crime or not. But that's a whole nother video that we ain't talking about right now. Hopefully, I'm going to get back to my Hey Bew Heyys in the morning since I'm going back to work tomorrow. So Hey Bew Heyy will be coming back. I know it's been about a month. I was a couple bands down, but I'm trying to get back, y'all. And again, it's like Brian just kept going at her. Brian just kept going, just kept going. He was just so offensive. And while he is doing this cross-examination, the jurors. So Tisa came out pissed because she said the way the jurors were acting, like they could almost want to give Brian a high five if they could for the way that he was going in on poor little Mia. It was so gross to even hear the way that she said that they were acting. They were basically just on his side, like salivating at him going in at her like it was just a good movie and she's the villain. They've been waiting for her to get hers since the moment the movie came on type of deal. I mean, it's like they're not her. They're definitely weren't her peers. We'll say that. They definitely were her peers. It looked like they could have been a bunch of jealous, cackling bitches type of people, And it really frustrates me because this is a woman who has been essayed. This is a woman who is doing everything that she can, mustered up all that she could and all of her bravery to come and face the music, so to speak, with this man, the monster that did this to her. And you've got these people who don't know you from Adam and Eve or Adam and Steve. And you just got these people just cackling basically as you're just getting berated in front of all of these people, including your AB user, your assaulter, your ex-boss, this vicious monster who did this to you and made your life a living hell. It's really, really ugly. I can't believe that the jurors were even allowed to act that way. If Tisa could see it, I'm sure others could. And if others seen it, the judge had to. Why did the judge not say nothing? That should not be allowed. That should be in contempt or something. I would really hope that tomorrow or Monday, he makes an argument of, look, y'all can't be doing all that rah-rah. Of course, he has to say it the best way he can, but don't be doing all this rah-rah in my courtroom. Especially while this poor woman is getting ridiculed and just torched by this evil lawyer who's doing his job. He did his job nonetheless. I mean, Brian is a good lawyer. That is why Diddy hired him. So he did what he was supposed to do. But I wish it would have been Mark, because it would have been better. Mark would have been on some other stuff. It really would have been better for her, hopefully. I wish she could have came in like Cassie, cool, calm, and collected, like, yeah, so, yeah. And there was a part where he brung up the fact that he asked, did you ever ask for any money to be compensated or whatever? And she brung up that her lawyer, not her, the lawyer, asked for $10 million. Not that she didn't deserve anything, because she did, but all that she got was $200,000. And that was for, working overtime, all of this. Like, it doesn't even compare. It doesn't even compare to what she should have been compensated. What else went on? What else? So, and through a lot of this, she corroborated the RICO, the coercion, a lot of things. It all gets tied up because still, and not to mention this, when she went to go, he wanted her to go be Cassie's eyes and ear and babysit Cassie. She had to buy her own plane ticket to Africa. How much money was that and the time to get there? Are you serious? Just so I can watch over your little girlfriend while you do things with other girls and men, whatever you like to do, whatever your preference was for that day. That's your business. But you was doing some shit. And again, like, how can y'all say that this woman was cheating on him? This man is a dog. You cannot cheat on a dog. You can't. It's just not. It's not feasible. It's not possible. It can't be done. You can't cheat on a monster. All right? You just can't. There's a line to be where it's like, is this really cheating on someone? No. Diddy was cheating on her. Diddy was making her life hell. Diddy was taking her career from her that she never got to have. He was controlling her, how she wore her hair, what she wore, how she wore it. It's just so freaking insane are people forgetting these other things when we're talking about this one other thing? Because it all goes in together. All in together now. Like, it's just packed up in one big ugly package. It's disgusting. She felt that she couldn't call anyone. There's like, so why didn't you leave? All this other stuff. She felt like she couldn't call anyone. Who could she call? I mean, he stripped her away from from all of her friends and family, because when you go to work for Diddy, Diddy becomes your what you breathe, eat, and sleep of. Diddy. That's all you have time for when you come to work for him. She talks about how she had night terrors, panic attacks, couldn't breathe, and all this. And she was just terrified. Like, she was just terrified. She like snot out your nose crying, terrified. Like, if you're that terrified, you are scared to leave. You're scared to do anything. And you have to understand, even though she was terrified, even though, working for Diddy, regardless, is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You're never going to have the opportunities if you don't work for someone else famous. And how many people famous can you really work for, Diddy did provide a lifestyle that other people would only be able to experience if you were in Diddy's presence. So sometimes you can get caught up in that at a certain time. For instance, Capricorn, she just lost her parents, and she has a special needs child. She has an autistic child that she has to take care of. She needed that. Sometimes you do things for your children and for your life that you would never do. And working for Diddy was one of them. All right? The money was good at some point, not enough. Didn't pay what you were worth, but it was better than what you were getting working at TJ Maxx or being a receptionist at a high school or a hotel or a teacher or anything of that nature. So, yes, it provided a lifestyle that sometimes, money talks, money walks. And when you're down and out it's easy to get caught up in that. It's easy to be like, okay, maybe I can deal with this for a little bit more. You're always telling yourself, I'm just gonna hold on for another month. I'm just gonna hold on for this and hold on for that. But maybe that month was good. So you're like, okay, he ain't tripping right now. Maybe I'll stay a little bit longer. You never know how it goes. You get caught up. These are rich people problems, y'all. Rich people problems. This is a different. We are not on that tier. You have to think this is a whole nother world beyond our world. Hollywood is. It's wicked. It's fascinating. It's a lot of things, and you want to experience it. You want to get something out of it. You hoping that you can grab onto something and make your way the rest of the way. You have all these dreams and aspirations growing up when you're trying to make something of yourself. You're trying to make dreams come true. You're trying to retire early. You're trying to live your best life. You're trying to keep up with the Joneses. This is what happens. These are the type of things that happen. That does not make it wrong. That still doesn't make it right for Diddy to do what he did. He made this a toxic work environment. He made it a toxic lifestyle because these people were spending so much time with him. He did become their life, basically. That is what they had. Especially when he's got your number and he's calling you and texting you 48 times. Like, what are you going to do? I mean, he would sit there and tell people who were coming to the studio, your family can't come here. It's the holiday, but no, your family can't come here. And you stuck here. You work with me. I'm working. You working. He was horrible. And you know what? That's probably why they don't show none of making the bands. Making his band, I want to work for Diddy. None of those shows. Because if you look back at it now, it would be a lot to see and a lot to go on. It really, really would be. And he probably himself like, nah, we ain't doing no reruns. You know how much money he could be getting from the reruns, though? How much money people could be getting from the reruns, from the band, the people who are on the show? Residuals, probably not a lot, but it could be something for somebody. You never know. At first they used to say, oh, they don't play it because of the music. But at this point, it shouldn't matter. Because at some point, doesn't all of that fall off? And I think this show has been gone long enough, and the music that was played back then long enough can't be played now. No one's trying to copyright it. It doesn't make sense. But what does make sense is that he doesn't want it shown because of all of the bullshit that he did in it. Now we're starting to connect the dots. We can see things differently now that we're in a new day and age and what's really happening in the world. You know how you can be sitting there just like, if someone just pop in your head like, you just have a realization of something long ago, but now in your new mind, older, wiser, whatever, you're like, oh my God. That's totally different. Like, oh my gosh, I thought I loved this man. Actually, I didn't love this man. That happens. And that's probably what would happen if we were to watch Making the Band, making his band, and I want to work for Diddy. Really would. Really, really would. And I wonder, too, also The Apprentice. Like, I'm surprised Donald don't want The Apprentice being played. I don't know. There may be a channel that I don't got that does play that. I don't know. But, it just goes to show, like, the way that they were back then now would be very telling and very chilling, especially with social media the way it is now. Someone can look at a scene and be like, oh, I was there. Y'all want to know what really happened in that scene? Y'all want to know what was really going on in that scene? That could happen. I just hope that we do get to relive those moments because it was a good show. I mean, I feel if the people on the show, the cast on the show, doesn't have a problem with it being aired, I feel we should be able to see it if they don't mind it. Because I understand that for them, they don't want to relive that. But if they don't mind it and they want to get them residuals for it, shoot, we could all be happy with it, I don't understand. I'm just saying. So yeah, that time where he called her 48 times, she called KK begging to clarify, like, am I really supposed to go? Does this man really want me to go? I'm trying to figure this out. Because first of all, a ticket to Africa is a whole lot of money and a whole lot of time. Like, you really want me to come here? I'm not about to come up here for you to whoop my ass and essay me with Cassie or Kim ain't around. No sir, no me. No, 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 no. But yeah, she just felt like nobody's cared, but she felt that she also had to keep him happy. I mean, you have to keep him happy. You're gonna lose your job. That's how you keep your job, right? Um, she said that she got suspended a lot when she didn't produce Cassie for him in his time, his way, all of that. It seems like she was hired just to really be Cassie's babysitter. Um D-Rock, his name is just being thrown all over the place. Once again, his name was named. D-Rock has to be being called to witness. And I'm sure he's going to be a witness for the defense, I'm sure. Um, Also, KK, they expect that she is supposed to testify. Uh, Thinking that maybe KK flipped. KK might have flipped, so it'll be interesting to see who she testifies on, whose behalf she's going to testify for. We expect Lorianne to testify still. She may be testifying for Diddy, trying to poke holes in Capricorn Clark's testimony. Who else is still to testify? Oh, they mentioned Stevie J. Stevie J. We already know he 10 toes down for his boo thing. He gonna make sure he tell. Oh my God, I can't wait to see the cartoon of him. If they do the rat face, they better do the rat face. They better do the rat face. Even if he ain't making the rat face, do the rat face. But that's what he deserves. Freaking rat face. What else? What else? What else? What else? We already knew it. So when D-Rock, she also mentions a time where D-Rock calls her, excuse me. Oh, D-Rock calls her, and he's so trying to diffuse of what's going on, trying to diffuse the whole thing that just happened because the big blow up just happened. Cassie and Diddy just had a big fight. So he calls her and he's trying to talk about the fight or whatever. He's never talked like this. And Mia already knew what he was on, and she wasn't having it. She knew better. I mean, at some point you start to catch on, right? What else? Yeah, so like I already said, the jury was unbelievable with it. I wrote down that the defense best bet is to focus on the pardon. Because even though Brian still chewed Mia up and spit her out and Diddy had a win today, everything else, it still does not debunk Deontay Nash. It still does not debunk Capricorn Clark. It still does not debunk Cassie. It still does not debunk the expert. It still does not debunk Kid Cudi. I mean, the fact that you wanted all of these testimonies thrown out goes to show that you are scared. And the fact that Diddy and that even Trump is talking about a pardon, that goes to show that Diddy, you're done and your only hope is to get a pardon. But you got to understand, Ron Burkle, who is one of Diddy's sugar daddies, you know. If you know, you know. He was behind on the whole vote or die movement, which was very popular and made Trump lose the first time he tried to run or whatnot. So he really kind of went against Trump, and I'm sure Trump is never going to forget that. And we know that Trump is a petty bitch, so hopefully he is that petty that he thinks about that. He's like, hell nah, he ain't getting off nowhere, you know? So hopefully he's just playing with Diddy's heart. And I know Diddy's like, quit playing games with my heart. With my heart. Backstreet Boys in the building. Oh, Backstreet Boys. AJ was my boo. Who was your boo? Well, Kevin was my boo at first, but then Alicia decided she wanted him. So I took AJ, but AJ was better anyway. I like him better. He was a bad boy. Alicia, my cousin. So while this whole back and forth was going on, Tisa was looking at the jury, And she said the jury was enjoying the cross-examination. But also, to say this about Trump and his pardon, Trump knows nothing about Diddy's case. Like he don't know about anything that he signs or pardons anybody over. So just know that. So if someone could, get to Trump and be like, hey, this was going on. And if someone could get to Trump and be like, hey, remember, he don't like you. And if someone could get to Trump and be like, hey, remember he said this, is that, and the third about you? Remember that vote or die stuff? You could have been president three times already. It's because of that one. You don't want to pardon him. So 50, he's already been up on it. He said he going to have to make a couple of calls. Go ahead and make them calls, 50. Go ahead and make them calls, boo. But Tisha was saying that one juror was like he was falling asleep. One was smirking when Brian Steele was going in on Mia. And one man juror in the front row was not picking up what the prosecution was putting down. So, in the second row, a bald guy in the second row also was not picking up what the prosecution was putting down. But hopefully tomorrow, when they do the redirect, they can clean up some of this mess. Hopefully Mia's lawyer talked to her and was like, look, you should have did this, that, and the third. If they get back at you, you need to do this, that, and the third. Like, I feel like she forgot everything that they taught her or told her how to deal with the response. It went out the window. Homegirl was scared. Homegirl is shook. Like, this may have done something to her even more than the fact that she was just trying to suppress it and get over it. Now you had to relive it. Now you're getting scolded and you're being treated like you're the villain and you're the bad person and you should be ashamed. Like, shame, 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 shame. Like on Game of Thrones shame type of shit. It's like, my God. Like, I don't understand how Brian can sleep at night. Probably on, in the best Tempur-Pedic sleep mattress / whatever in the world mattress. I'm sure he sleeps very well at night. But it's just like, wow. Just shows who you really are. Just wow, Brian. Ew. Ick. What else went on? Okay, we talked about Ron Burker real quick. Yeah, I wrote down, can we bring Mark back to fuck this up some more? Because I feel like he does better fucking it up. I don't like when Brian is I don't want Brian cross-examining no more. Please, let it be over. Can we be done with the prosecution? Can we start calling the defense witnesses now? Because I'm ready. I'm ready to see what the hell Diddy's going to say if he takes a stand. There is no way Diddy is not going to take the stand. He can't wait to take the stand. He's been waiting for 2 years to take the stand. Ever since he found out he was being indicted. He's been waiting to tell his side. He's kept saying that is why he is not taking no plea deals, no nothing. Because I'm going to tell my story and I'm going to let everyone know that I am innocent and woo. I cannot wait to see the stories that he tells. They're all going to be full of shit. Full of it. Bull. Straight up bull. And so that is where they left off. So I'm not sure if they're completely done or if they got a little bit more to go before they redirect. But Monday is the redirect. I'm not sure who will be on the stand Monday after Mia is done, but it's getting better and better. It's getting better and better. So we've got a lot of people on the lineup that still have to testify, at least on the prosecution's behalf. So it's a lot going on. However, the prosecution is still saying, like, look, we might be wrapping this up a week or two early, honey. So we may have just about maybe 4 weeks to go. So we wrap this up and see what happens. We shall see. But that is all for day 13. Hope I went through this quick enough for you. And hope y'all got all the information that y'all needed. Please check out my video for Mama June, Family Crisis, Mama June from Hot to Not, whatever which one it is. The premiere just came on tonight, and I dropped a video on that. So if you want to get the highlights and my commentary on that, please watch that. That is a video before this one. I will see you cats and kittens sometime this weekend. And yeah, keep it funky. Oh yeah, and please watch Lisa Tell. She's gonna be on this weekend, having a lot of fun. So if y'all want to catch me, y'all gonna catch me in them comments, or I'll be on the replay, because sometimes YouTube do not be letting me know right away when Tisa be on. Like, they be playing. They know that's all I be watching, so I don't understand. I don't understand. They let me know when other people going live that I don't even watch their lives. I'll go watch their replay, but I be trying to catch my girl, you know what I'm saying? But y'all have a wonderful night. Happy Friday, happy weekend, and I'll see y'all.